Tawasul's young environmental journalist group have invited me to join them on their latest project, the fish market in Dera. Felicia, what are we doing here at the fish market?
Well, Miss Simran and George are part of a campaign called Choose Wisely, working with WWF and EWS. And it's just a campaign to inform people on eating fish that are only fish at sustainable level and the appropriate size. So we're here in the Dera Fish Market just to see examples of the local fisheries. And we actually found like a lot of undersized fish and fish that are actually already endangered still being marketed in here.
And George, what made you want to be part of this whole young environmental journalist group?
Well, mostly because I just wanted to take a step out and tell people that there's just it's not just a never-ending production line of fish. And we need to stop it sooner or else there won't be any fish left at all.
Simran, do you think journalism is a really good way to get your message across to people?
Yes, I do think that journalism is a really good way to get our message across to people, because people who can write well, like I've written lots of blogs on Tawasul and stuff, and people have told me that when other people write, it creates like an image in their mind, and they can actually imagine what I saw, what I'm trying to convey to them. And some of my friends who read my blogs actually even came here to see it for themselves. So I think it's a very good way to get my message across to people.
Now, Felicia, I know you've actually come to the fish market earlier on. Tell me a little bit about the report that you wrote.
The report mostly tells what kind of fish they're selling, but the most really surprising fact that I found was actually there were like 50 to 100 sharks just lying there, and there were like bull sharks, guitar sharks, tiger sharks being marketed at 1,000 to 6,000 dirhams. And we also saw a lot of baby sharks. They were selling baby sharks, and we asked them if they can provide us like 100 baby sharks at that day, and they said, yeah, it's no problem.
Tawasul means to connect in Arabic, and it's a place-based education project that uses marine ecology as a platform to connect young people to nature.
But what made you want to set it up in the first place?
I was teaching diving to a bunch of kids in 2002, and I asked them, where do you like to play? And they said indoors, and I realized there's very little opportunity for young people to reconnect to nature over here. So I use scuba diving as a medium to actually get young people interested in nature and marine ecology in particular.
Well, they're so young. Why teach young people journalism?
Well, the kid that you find snorkeling in the pool today on the beach over there, that could be the future Bill Gates or Nelson Mandela or Mother Teresa. And I totally believe that if we want to impact our futures, we need to impact our young people.
Why do you think citizen journalism is important in getting your message across?
Citizen journalism is very important. It's on-the-spot journalism, and it gives people in the community, the everyday Joe out there, the opportunity to take stewardship and ownership of some of the issues that we battle with in our communities.
It's been so inspirational spending time with these young journalists. They're giving up their own time for a cause they believe in, but they found a productive way to fight it. What's the message that you want to get out to the world, and what are you going to do something about it?